Hello, welcome to Wally Bra, and I'm going to be talking about my Metabo Thicknessor. You know, my sight planer again. This one over here, this machine. Now, it comes with two knives in the cutter block, which is fine. It's kind of what you expect on these old types of planer. These quite reasonably priced planers. But my old Jet one, had adjustable and resharpenable knives in it. And I used this. This was my block I used to use. And I used to basically put a knife on that side there and a knife on that side there. And then I'd run it over the top of my Thicknessor or the diamond sharpeners. And it came with a setting guide, so you can make sure you set your knives at the right height in the block. Sadly, with the Metabo one, it doesn't actually come with any kind of adjustment. You put them in, and that's it. You tighten all your little clamps up, or you clamp up with all the little Allen bolts, and squeeze them all down, and that's pretty much it. That's all you can do. You can't adjust them. But you can still sharpen them, but not too many times, because what happens is, if you keep sharpening your planer knives, what will happen is they'll end up being at slightly different widths on the actual knife itself. So you'll have one knife not cutting as aggressively as the other one. So as it rotates, one will cut before the other one, so you have a lead and a follower. A bit like a spindle moulder, I suppose. But the thing is, with this particular machine, you can sharpen it a few times. You can't go mad. You can't think, oh, you're going to have those knives for ages and just keep sharpening until you've got nothing left hardly. You've got to be a little bit ginger with them. Now, one reason is the planer knives that come with this machine are high-speed steel knives, HSS knives, or I think they are anyway. Yeah, HSS knives. And what I've done is I've created a different kind of mounting form, as you can see. It's the other side. I've used the same blocks I had from the Jet, and I just created this mounting guide. And I used the angle on the knives themselves to work out the angle. I didn't worry about using any kind of a protractor or anything. I just basically set it up against on the table saw. So if you look on the end of this block, I have cut effectively two angle cuts at the right depth to the actual knife itself. Don't worry if you go a bit deep, you can always plane that a little bit shallower so they protrude a little bit afterwards. And then I took the centre part out with the table saw at 90 degrees just to take the waste out the middle. And that way it gave me access to put these screws in to lock the actual knives in place. And it seems to work. I've done it once so far, and I thought, well, it might be worthwhile sharing it with you guys and seeing what we've got. So, does it make sense, seeing what we've got? No. Share it with you guys. I'll share it with you. So basically, all I do is, using this block and the knives mounted inside it, I effectively run it over the top of my diamond sharpeners. And these are just cheap diamond sharpeners. These are the Tool Zone ones. And you get like a set of 3 for about €20 or £20, whatever it is. It's not expensive at all. And it comes with a 300, 400 and a 600 grit. And they seem to be quite good, actually. They're not bad at all. And they're throwaway money anyway. Yeah, if something like ecology, you know what? Ecology? Being ecological. That throwaway world is not that great. But anyway, beggars can't be choosers. I'm a beggar. Well, yeah. So basically all I do is I grab some lubricant, put on here first, and I like to use an oil-based lubricant if I can find... Oh, it's over there, go and get it. Basically, all this is engine oil and white spirit mixed together. So it's a very, very thin oil. Don't use it to lubricate your chains or anything like that, because, frankly, you could dissolve the oil inside there because it's got white spirit in it. So all I do is I place that on there like so. Now you might think it's not really long enough. Now I've already thought of that in the sense that I am going to buy another couple of sets of these oil stones and mount them in a long block, maybe 4 of them, so I can get a full travel. But just for the purpose of this demonstration, and the fact I've already sharpened it like this already, all I do is I just place that on there like so, and make sure I maintain the pressure over the oil stone so you don't create a rock. I literally just pass that backwards and forwards, like so. And I'll just keep doing that until I'm satisfied I've put an edge back on. And then once I've kind of ground it to the right angle, I then move on to the final one, and then I finish off with a 1000 grit diamond sharpener, and then it's super sharp, and it seems to work. But like I say, I wouldn't do it any more than say 10 times this way, to be honest. You'll need to throw these away. Now these particular knives are the, well, they're only 1.5mm thick, which isn't great, to be honest. Really they could do with being quite a bit thicker, because anyone who owns this plane will probably already know that they tend to trap sawdust behind the knife and bend them. So you'll have one knife maybe more aggressive than the other one. Same situation I was saying, but if one was slightly smaller than the other, you'd have a leader and a follower. So anyway, so that's basically what I'll do. I just rotate it round backwards and forwards like so, over diamond sharpener, maintain an even pressure along its length, and then I'll take them out, unscrew the screws, and then put it back into the planer. Anyway, that's my little video on how I sharpen my Metabo planer knives. Not ideal, but when you consider these are about €90 a set in our local DIY, I'm quite happy to get a few more sharpens out of it. Although I have found a German company, well, obviously in Europe because it's German, and you can get a set of 3 new knives for approximately €120, which is far better option. But from someone who's always sharpened their knives, like for instance on my other planer over there, I'm not that happy to keep spending, because when you process the amount of wood that I do, you don't necessarily really want to be, well, constantly paying out on plain knives. Anyway, thanks for watching my little video on how I sharpen my Metabo dh330 sight planer, or thicknesser. And if you've been most kind, click like and subscribe, and maybe the little bell icon, because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket, and that'll be me uploading another video. Anyway, thank you for watching. Enjoy.